there! Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about my reading goals for 2021. This year the only goal that I actually set for myself was to read 35 books. As of December 17th, 2020, I have read 84 books so far, which is a lot for me. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna hit like 87, maybe 88 by New Year. I am kind of shocked by just how many books I managed to fit in this year. And I have a feeling it was because of the extra free time I found myself having. So for next year, I don't want to expect this to be the norm. In previous years, I was hitting around 25 to maybe 30-ish books per year. So this was definitely an outlier. And I don't want to pressure myself too much next year because I have no idea what it's going to look like. So I am setting the goal to 1 book per week. So a total of 52 books for the whole year. And if I get to a point where I feel comfortable upping that goal, I might just do that. But the number of books isn't super important to me. I just want to find good books. So for next year, I want to try something new and give myself a few categories of books that I want to read. The first mini challenge that I have given myself, I am calling the 7 Continents Challenge. So in this one, I just want to read a book that is set in each of the 7 continents. A bonus rule that I've given myself is for North America, I don't want to count anything that is within the continental United States. So Alaska and Hawaii count, but any other state would not. Just because so many of the books I already read happen here. So I want to broaden my horizons a bit and hopefully shoot for Canada or Mexico would be really cool too. And for the rest of the continents, so besides North America, we've got South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia/Oceania. I'm including New Zealand and Fiji and Papua New Guinea in here as well. And then lastly, we've got Antarctica. So I am excited because I know I have at least a few books on my TBR that I know I want to read that take place in Africa. Can't really think of any others right now. So I'm looking forward to looking through my TBR for these kinds of books, and if not, searching them out just in the world of books, literally. And for these stories, I really want them to be own voice stories. So the authors are taking from their own lives, not necessarily like a memoir or a nonfiction, although I think those would count. But I want them to have some sort of experience with the world and stories that they're telling. I'm really excited about this one. It's kind of dumb and I don't know if I'll actually manage to do it. But this is what I am calling the Solar System Challenge. So in this one, I want to read a probably science fiction book that takes place on each of the planets in our solar system, and I've added a couple extras in there as well. A couple side notes. If there is a planet that doesn't really have a good book specifically on it, I will extend the rules to include any of its moons. I'm mostly thinking about Jupiter and Saturn here, so we'll see. I'm also only going to be trying to look at stories based on the new versions of the planets. So basically what that means is, before the 1960s, 1970s, a lot of the previously written works on the solar system bodies are based on some outdated ideas about what these planets actually are. One example of this is with Mercury. The old version of Mercury was considered to have 2 sides to it. So I think they thought it didn't rotate at all. It just orbited around the sun in a stationary face way, where there was the hot side that faced the sun and then the cold side that faced away from the sun. So it's outdated science. So I want to focus on the stories that have a better understanding of what these planets are actually like. Not for any particular reason, I just think it would be more enjoyable in that regard. Another thing I want to note is if on any of these I get stuck, I noticed that there is a pretty good chance that 2312 by Kim Stanley Robinson is going to be like a wild card. So what I did when I made this list was look on Wikipedia for all of the literature based on the celestial bodies. And for a lot of them, they gave me a bunch of good examples. And on many of these lists, I saw 2312. And it seems like if nothing else works, I can probably put that one in for that planet. Okay, to the list of planets. So first we have Mercury. I am still considering reading the Ray Bradbury short story, Frost and Fire. This one is technically based on the old version of Mercury with those two sides of it, but it sounds like it might be good anyway, and I love Ray Bradbury. And then for the next planets, we have Venus. We've got Earth. Earth is going to be pretty easy. I've also included Luna, Earth's moon, because that one sounds pretty easy and fun as well. And then we got Mars, and in between Mars and Jupiter, which would be next on the list, I am including the asteroid belt. So in this area of the solar system, there are numerous celestial bodies, celestial objects, and I'm probably going to end up picking something based on Ceres, which is the largest of these objects in this space, in this space of space, part of space. And for the remaining planets, we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These tend to not have as many novels based like on these planets themselves, so this is where I might branch out into their moons to see if I have better luck there. And then lastly, because of course, I'm gonna include Pluto. I know it's a dwarf planet, but I don't care. Love Pluto. And that is it for the solar system challenge. When I was looking through the Wikipedia list of these celestial body works, I noticed that there is a massive list of extra solar systems. So other planetary systems and star systems and just places in space outside of our own system. So maybe that is something I could look into for next year if I actually finish this one. I don't know. I love space. I also have some nonfiction astronomy books on just like my general TBR list, so I look forward to getting more into those as well. And then the last group of books that I actually already have picked out that I want to read next year is just the rest of my owned TBR list. I've managed to knock out a few so far this year. I did Red Rising, I did Smashed. What else have I read? It's fine. The books that are remaining on this list are in the Expanse series. I have Babylon's Ashes, Persepolis Rising, Tiamat's Wrath, and then whatever comes after that. And then the next two in the 2001 A Space Odyssey series, 2010 Odyssey 2 and 2061 Odyssey 3. And then I have Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, The Good Neighbor by A.J. Banner, The Book of Locke by Summer Nichterhoff, I Contain Multitudes, The Microbes Within Us and a Grander View of Life by Ed Young, and Uzumaki, the 3-in-1 scary horror graphic novel combination collection by Junji Ito. So I have plenty to read next year. This isn't even including my recent thrift books haul and whatever books I get for Christmas. I will have plenty to read and I'm very excited. I hope that you all have had a good reading year and that you all have a good reading year in 2021. I hope you enjoyed my silly little goals for next year and maybe it has inspired you to start some of your own goals. I wish you all a fantastic week and I will see you in the next one.